With regards to college, those week one lines have been out for a while, and we've seen some movement in those lines too. You know, as some coaches have waited last minute to make decisions on who their starters are going to be at quarterback, injuries that have happened in camps. So some folks may have bet the lines a few months ago when the odds first came out for college football week one, and others might be waiting up until the last minute to see weather conditions or who's going to play in the game or any other information they can get at the last minute. Week one lines have been up for a while. We know the action started a little bit last Saturday, but it really gets going this weekend, starting on Thursday with a nice slate of games. Saturday, the highlight of the week will be the Michigan versus Notre Dame game. And we've seen great betting on the Heisman future. It's been a really popular wager. Is Bryce Love to win the Heisman at Stanford this year? And we see a little bit of action on that early on, as well as who's going to win the national championship again this year. It's the same traditional schools we've seen over and over again. Clemson, Alabama. There's been a lot of buzz around Ohio State recently, but their odds have stayed pretty stable. So the majority of the money so far we've taken is on actually Clemson to win the national championship. Has been the favorite by dollars bet, although we still have the Alabama Crimson Tide as the favorite by odds. They're 2-to-1 favorites, so some of our bettors may have been seeing some value on Clemson early on and thinking they have a chance to get back to the playoffs and win a championship. And then we're all excited to see what our UNLV team does with USC. So right now the majority of bettors in town are backing the Rebels, and we'll see if they're rewarded for them to cover. It's civic pride, and it's fun to get behind the winning team, right, the local team. So let's hope that UNLV gets to a bowl this year, and bettors are rewarded along that ride. Folks will look at the line each week. Right now, USC, as we said, is a 25-26 point favorite going up against UNLV, and we'll see how the Rebels compete. College football gets more and more popular every year. I think it's just an enormous amount of slate of games. There's 50 games every Saturday going up against 15, 16 NFL games every weekend. So the action's about pretty equal between the two when you look at the 50 games in total versus the 16 games on the NFL slate.